Hey guys, I played a game recently that I thought was wonderful, exceptional, in showed some ideas, some principles, just really stood out clearly. So let's have a look. This video is going to be in the breakthrough to shodan idea, uh, because if you want, if, when you think about, oh, I want to be one done, well, there's how often you win a game. Okay. But shodan, show means the beginning. So the beginning of dawn. That doesn't have to do with how many games you win, but you have started in the new perspective. And that's what we'll see in this game is a perspective. Okay, here we go. I'm white, 4 stones. Okay, we like this Joseki. Let's remember about this Joseki. Let's have black play here. The most aggressive thing black can do. And our plan is to just play away. And perhaps the worst thing he can do, or rather the most painful thing for me, sorry, I'm rambling here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just look at it this way. I have no points. As a matter of fact, black took them all, but my health is intact. That's the meaning here. It's not about points. Just for fun, let's take the points. They're not ours yet. We got to play here. I mean, how many points is this? Pitifully small. A minute ago, that area one was not his. It sure is his now. He got more points in the corner than I did in the whole group I was making, and it's his move. This is a terrible idea. We do not want these points, which is why I tend to not play here. This is a territorial move. So I do it fourth line, saying all I'm looking for is a stable group. Now, turns out I can even grow with it if I wish to. Okay, so that's why I play this move. He goes to the next area. Now, let's remember my pattern. Always do the same thing so I don't have to think about it. There's going to be plenty of moves where I'm going to have to think about things. I don't want to have to think here. Should I play A? In this case, maybe this time I'll play B. Well, maybe I'll play. I always start at A and then I settle. And this is for that exercise we've talked about where I'm playing handicap as if it's even, which is not a great way of winning a game, but it's an excellent exercise. Play A, settle. Play B, settle. Then there should be a 3-3 open, and we'll go there. Same pattern all the time. So, settle. He plays here. I can't play my A anymore. So I'm left with one of the three, not D, because it looks like I'm trying to get points. If I try to get points, he will get more points. So just for fun, he's taking the points. And again, he got a whole corner in Sente. It's just not a good idea. So I'm removing D as one of the options. As much as I like D, is a whole board to get working. And D's not on it. Okay. So I choose this one. Just why not? At this point, there's stuff I can do here. I can make it so his black group is awkward. So he says, yeah, no, I want black to be good and strong. I don't think this is a great move, but it's certainly meaningful and doing good things. Hurts white, helps black, make sure white can't do a center idea. Okay, so there we are. A settle, B settle, 3-3. Okay, done. Now we get to start the game. I haven't had to think once, and we're already on move 22. Now, that might sound, well, don't you want to think? Well, when the time comes, yeah. So where to now? Well, he's got the wall. I just feel I generally negate it, fourth line. I'm looking forward to the peep at 1. But other than that, I'm just taking up space so he doesn't get anything too good with his wall. Okay, what should black be doing here? Well, let's ask, how's his A group? Well, it's not cut. He can capture it in the net. That's not a problem. He's connected to B, so he's completely out. There's not even a dream of surrounding him. So this is a big, thick wall. Not exactly thick, but so we don't want to take points with our thickness. So this is what we don't want to do. Instead, we want to push white into the thickness. So my basic plan would be to get towards this peep, and let's just look at, we continue to chase. White's behind enemy lines, white doesn't have a base, black is in Sente, defending his A stone, developing that upper right area. This is a great idea. But he goes this way. Great. Then we do another corner. So we can see the 3 groups. They're identical, of course, or near identical. And I do not want area 1, 2, or 3. Now, if it turns out I get one of these and I've grown it, I mean, just for fun, let's just put it here and say that I was able to grow it. Okay, if it turns out that these are all efficient moves, I don't mind growing one of them. But really, at this point, they're not very worthwhile. I mean, if I take points, he takes points. That's a losing strategy. So then what have we got here? And this is one of the perspectives I thought was really important. We say that Go is about points. And this is true, but it's more accurate to say Go is about how we get our points. For instance, if you get them for free, that's a nice way to get points. If you get your points as, for instance, and let's look at it. So black got points and he got Sente. He got points and he got Sente. But he has, every point he's made has cost him a whole move. This is a losing strategy for black. Every move he makes, every point he makes, he takes it at the cost of a whole move. So if instead Black says, I'm going to do this for free. It's a forcing move. Then I'm going to defend myself. I'm not trying to take points. I'm defending myself. And White's like, man, I'm almost dead. I'll go ahead and do this. Okay. I'm attacking. I'm not trying to make any points. I'm attacking you. I'm behind enemy lines. I don't like that, being behind enemy lines. I'm going to connect out, but I'm going to do it in a way, you're thin right there. I'm going to do it near your thinness. So it's a more efficient way to defend. We'll just do a little bit more attack. So Black has not played one move for points, not one. And he's got way more points than he did the entire last one we looked at. What's White got? Not even 1 point. So it's how we get the points that's important, not the points themselves. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay, we did all that. We did all that. We got that far. And White to play. Okay. Are we okay? Yeah. Is he okay? Yeah. What's big? Seeing to me, the biggest area is area 1. So most natural, just start walking in. Oh, I went 3-3. Okay. So area 1, yeah, makes sense. But also corners make sense. So I did corners. I did the corner. He should make sure I can't connect. And I'm alive. But it cost me, I have to live, and it cost me a whole, everything I've done here, it's cost me a whole move. And he has Sente, so now there's just this, really severe attack. So that's what he should do. But instead, he plays this old Joseki. And I hate using the word Joseki because it's almost never good. Every now and then, it's acceptable. But generally speaking, it's just a bad idea. And he does it in each corner. So let's go ahead and look. This is the Joseki, if I can use that word. So what happened? Few things to look at. We're looking at the A group, and Black comes down. That A group has no eyes, no hopes, no nothing. It's going to struggle just to survive. Okay. But when he plays here, how's the group? Almost alive. Huge difference. Not a small difference. The Panuki shape is only helpful there's no Black can't stop. White's got this profit from the shape. And actually more. I mean, I'm very happy calling it 5 points profit for White. What else happened here? We reduced Black by 4, or more. So if we reduce by 4 or 5 and we take 4 or 5, that's the amount of points of that move. In other words, it gains me an entire stone. So point value, a whole move. Shape value, my A group has gone from hopeless, struggling to survive, to strong. It's a really, really big difference. And he does it 4 times. Now, I thought this was just a perfect example. We got to see 4 A groups, and we got to see it's not about the points that we can get with them, but rather how they affect the board position. More specifically, they affect the future. And Go is all about the future. Oh, look, I got 40 points and it's only moved 30. That's probably a bad idea, because that means he got something that's going to last the whole game, and you got 40 points, and that's it. It's all about the future. So we got to see 4 A groups. Then we got to see 4 B Josekis. Now, I'm not saying White has now won the game, but everything becomes easy for White now. Let's see it happen. Now it's that bottom area I thought was biggest. So I come on in. Kenny Hane. Well, actually, if he goes this way, then I'm just picking up more points, and he's got bigger cuts, and it's like, that's just a plus for me. And if instead he plays this way, well, yeah, he can catch me there, but what's he going to do now? So I think he made the right choice. Don't get cut here. Okay, next. I now have 4 in a row. This is meaningful. That means I can now jump. Now he's going to play it out, so we'll see what it all means. So bump, 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 don't Atari, throw in Atari. So if I had only had 3 in a row, then I'd be dead. But since I had 4 in a row, I'm alive. It's a big difference. Notice he only has 2 liberties on this group. What he should do is play this way, gaining liberties instead of losing liberties. And now that white stone, if it escapes, it's not an easy task. So it's virtually a dead stone. So that's a pretty strong shape. But he does the Atari. He does the Atari. Now I read out the ladder. It's a slightly tricky read, but they all work for me, all the different ways he can play it. Save. Now I can either connect over. Now, let's look at this dawn level idea. Hey, I'm connecting over. Well, what's that mean? Well, it means I'm helping my B group. You don't need help. He already gave you help. You're doing pretty good there. So A is inefficient. If B doesn't need help, why are we helping it? Next, we're kind of developing area 1. Now let's do a Tawari there. We're going to change the order of the moves. White to play. I'm suggesting that white's A group is thick and strong. That's a little bit of overstatement, but let's say it's thick and strong. Well, if it's thick and strong, what's that extension for? I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm saying it's not necessary. So A is helping B, not necessary. It's making C questionable. It's all like, what are you doing? So instead, cut. And now we're seeing his A group becoming questionable. And we're seeing the peep at B being more meaningful. Okay. He comes out, capture. Comes out, save. Place here. I almost played away. I have these bells set in my head. So for instance, if I'm fearful, which is somewhat common, then the bell goes off. Oh, you're about to play a move based on fear. Well, that's a bad way to play go. So I stop myself from playing the move and I check it out with a more proper perspective. All these bells set, greed, fear, ego gets me all the time. Bells are always, oh, you're being stupid. You just think you're a so-and-so. Oh, you think you're so wonderful. Ah, it's probably a bad move. So here, it was in the realm of ego, arrogance. It's like, oh, I'm pushing this guy around so well. My A group's going to survive easy. It's like, well, wait a minute. The bell went off, so I double checked. And if I play away, Tari, and I have a stupid looking half dead group. Horrible. So thank goodness the bell went off. Get on out. It's a lot of ways out, but I'm thinking about the right. So I played this way. Out. I get my great shape. Reverse sente. Double sente, pretty big move. Shape move, shape move. Start the surround. Okay. I don't mean surrounding the A group. I mean, I do mean that, but he's virtually alive. And this is a dawn thing to get used to. Let's say I get this move in. He's just alive. Okay. Now, if I get this in and I'm able to play here, okay. So to me, it's a habit. You're just always checking out life and death. It's just like, oh, he's not alive. Well, yeah. And I am looking forward to, I mean, if I can find a way to get this in Sente or in some seemingly unimportant, I can kill him. It's very unlikely, but it sure is on my mind. It's silly. I mean, I can't kill him, but I have before. Okay. So what it looks like I'm doing is surrounding the center, and I am. It's a very big area. So he hits the elephant eye. I'm delighted to take the right. Very nice. Yeah, no problem here. Okay. Do you remember my stupid, weak A group? And on his own, he asked me to make it big, nice and flexible and strong. I don't care about the A group anymore. It's healthy. If he hadn't have done that, I'm going to have to respond here. But instead, I'm able to just finish this up. Big, strong. Yeah. I'm really hoping you can see when I took that A stone, reducing him, giving me control in this area. I'm thick here, thick white stones. The black stone's just out of place. It's not like I'm weak. He's weak. so weak I can play away and play here. So that upper right gesticulator, that A thing, don't do it. Okay. He plays, capture. He comes up. Atari. Is this meaningful? Yeah, we'll see later why it's so meaningful. I mean, it hurts his eye shape dramatically, and it gives me life, which we'll see. Um, Perhaps I should be playing this way. Really hard for him to cut me, and yeah, probably. I went this way, inviting him to hit the elephant eye, and I just start running out. I don't know if my move's best, but it was my choice. Fix it and Sente, I like that. Split him, so he's now a weak group on the right. Cute little cut. Tari, here, Sente, Sente, surround, and it's just working. Tari. There's a readout here. Let's say I connect this way. Here. It's a real cut. White's in trouble. But if I save this way, then I just connect. So there's a very specific readout here. I really want to keep him surrounded, but I have to save my cut. This is generally a bad idea. Gives him a really great next move. But in this case, it works perfectly. Boom, Atari, escape, no problem. Atari, capture, capture. Okay, now it's a little bit interesting. Atari, Atari, okay. He can take me down to one eye here in Sente, take away my second eye. That's a pretty violent way of playing. How many liberties do I have? 1, 2, 4, 5. It's hard to read out. But if I just do the throw in, just works. If this way, just Atari's good enough. If he captures, I just connect. There's a couple ways of doing this. And there's questions about, is he alive here or not? But I've certainly captured that center. It's nice and big. So he can do something here. But he plays a gote, and I went for life. Now, I had a bell go off here that I ignored. I was so happy to live that I lived incorrectly. This is a significantly better way of living. If it lives. Oh, it does. Because if he plays here, I can capture it. Yeah. Okay. So I lived wrong, but no big deal. He's dead. So just, I don't want to call it end game. Is White alive? Well, only one eye. But I can play here for two eyes. still. Start living on the left. Nice life. Gote hit his elephant eye. I'm seeing the bottom, a lot of Aji down there, so I'm just kind of questioning things. I could fall into a trap here. Atari. If I capture, then I die. I almost fell for that little trap. Save. Come on through. Threaten to kill the group. There's some readout here, right? And if this was Atari, I die. So I have one liberty where I'm okay. Boom, boom, boom. Surround, that kills him. And he resigns there. I hadn't checked. If he doesn't do anything, can he live here? Yes, because I can't play this exchange unless he's still dead. Yeah, he's still dead. Anyway, I hadn't looked at that. Okay, so we saw, I think, some excellent dawn level ideas. How to think about groups, how to think about this Joseki. Try to go through it yourself. Get a sense of the points that are lost and the difference in the strength of the group. It's really, really big. Okay, guys, that's it. Catch y'all later.